feet off the furniture. Hi, I'm in a new place. Hi, welcome back to my channel. You might be wondering, where the hell am I? Welcome. Big news, exciting news. Things have been happening. While you were sitting around, I was out making moves.
That's the difference between me and you. Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out making moves.
This is my new bakery space. A place freed up in my building, which has always been my dream, and I signed the papers a week later. So hopefully I can tell you a little bit more about that at some point. I want to make some videos about this process. But today, we're gonna make a decorative piece for my new space. A cake mirror. Is it necessary? No. Is it wonderful? Yes. So I'm gonna show you how to make one of these little babies. It's basically the same as my fake cake video. I've just like made some discoveries in my journey, my journey to fake cakes. So I'm gonna show you kind of what I've learned and also how to make any inanimate object into a cake. Please go wild and change anything into a cake. So for this project, you will need a mirror. It can be a mirror with a frame or a mirror without a frame. We'll cover that later. It could even be a hand mirror. It could be anything. Anyways, this is DAP brand Fast and Final lightweight spackling. It's very important that it's featherweight. Otherwise, everything will be really heavy. It's not gonna work. Acrylic paint. This is just Dollarama paint. An offset spatula, piping tips, coupling for your pastry bag if you want to switch nozzles. If you don't, that's fine. And your pastry bag. I'm also going to be using cherries, so if that's your bag, go ahead. You could use any other kind of fake fruit, any other kind of fake food you want, really. So let's get started. Okay, so for this project, I'm going to be using this mirror. That my mom gave me. And I just realized it's meant to hang this way. That's where the original hangings are. The first step is to clean it of any dust or grime, especially any oils. I can't not show the camera. Any oils that might stop our frosting from adhering. So I've already done that. Squeaky clean jelly bean. If you have a mirror where you can remove the glass, kind of like a picture frame, then I would do that. It's a lot easier. But this one is really warped. So I'm gonna cover the part, like the glass, with some brown paper and some painter's tape. You have another option. Give me a second. If you're using a mirror like this that doesn't have a frame, then I would just use painter's tape and some paper to cover off the part of the glass that you don't want there to be frosting on. And then the frosting will just adhere right to the glass, no problem. Okay, so I am going to cover this with some paper and some painter's tape, and then we're gonna start frosting. Okay, so I covered it. I feel like this is very instructional and I'm feeling very formal and it's very funny to me. Next step is to like crumb coat it as you would a cake. And this is for two reasons. One, so that it'll stick, caulking will stick better to caulking than it will to the mirror. And two, if in case you have any holes in your piping, then you're not gonna see mirror underneath, right? And you can color this, of course, for this layer. Oh, that's a fun sound. Getting it at any holes and stuff that the piping might sink into. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Of course, if you wanted to, you could, I'm not gonna be using any blank space on this, and by which I mean I'm not gonna be it's gonna be all piping, but you could also leave some areas smooth, especially if you were using a smooth surface, which I am not. Okay. Hair is going up, it's driving me fucking nuts. So as you can see, this is now fully coated. So we have created our crumb coat. Mine is very thin. If you're looking to show more of the cake, then I would put a thick, even layer and just smooth that out with your offset spatula. So our next step is to mix our colors. I'm thinking like a purple and green with cherries. So I'm going to use these old tofu containers, the best for mixing colors. One thing that I've learned since my last fake cake video is to like really mix the featherweight spackling to knock out the bubbles, the same way that you would an edible buttercream. So I just mixed a couple of drops of this acrylic paint, like from the dollar store, with the caulking. Stir it up until I get my desired color, and then I put it in a piping bag with whatever these are called. I double lined the pastry bag, so I just doubled the bag so that it doesn't burst, because it's very thick, and sometimes the pressure of squeezing it just totally makes the bag explode. And one important thing to remember is that the colors will oxidize over time, meaning that they'll get deeper as they sit out in the air for about an hour. So if you have a very specific color in mind that you want to do, then I would recommend mixing your color and waiting an hour to make sure that that's the color you want before you proceed. Okay, it's the fun time, we get to decorate. Also, I got these new piping bags and they're so loud. I didn't realize until I opened them to shoot this video that they would be ASMRing over here. So I'm gonna try not to talk while I pipe because you won't be able to hear me. I have a little bit less green than purple. I'm also gonna be adding some cherries at the, wait, you can't see it with my shirt. Some cherries at the end. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I pulled these cherries off of a fake cake that I made that was no good, and I'm just gonna reuse them because they're still good. So let's start with purple. I use the couplings so that I can switch out the different piping tips so that I can have a little bit more interesting biz, and then we just pipe it. You see? Ta-da! Oh, and another thing, when you put this layer on, don't let it dry before you do your piping, because it won't stick as well. It just won't work as well. So let's get glooping. And I really recommend twisting to put pressure on the bag instead of just using your arm, because you'll get really tired. As previously stated, I have a little tremor in my hand, so I use 2 hands. And you don't have to just use a mirror. Like if you had like a little treat box, like a cardboard box, like a jewelry box, that would be really cute. Just cakeify things, you know? Okay, so we've got our purple layer all around, super cute. I'm gonna do green next. And I'm putting the piping really close together because I don't want to show any holes. I think I'm just gonna keep doing different nozzles because it'll be cute. I mean, it's coming along. I'm so tangled. I'm tangled in my microphone cord. Oh, and my feet. Oh, look at my new jeans. Thrifted them yesterday. I'm busted up, guys. I had shingles. I had to shut down for 3 weeks. Shingles. Okay. Now we're doing green again. It's just a fun, kind of meditative process to do, you know? We are very much leaning into over piping. Doesn't that look so cute? Like, I know half the stuff I make, people are like, that would be so great for a child. They're not wrong. This would be so cute in a child's room. Like a cake mirror, can you imagine? Everyone would be jealous of you, all the other kids. So let's do the last couple of layers. Another thing when you're piping is that the caulking will dry quite quickly, so you want to make sure you keep your piping tip very clean to keep your piping clean. Why, yes, thank you. This Annie t-shirt is from my friend Julia. I think she got it as a child, and now it is mine. You could stop now. You could also be using 7 different colors. I'm just using 2. I like a limited palette. So here is our cake mirror. Now I'm gonna add some cherries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. And by 6, I of course mean 7. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them up and down the sides, I think. And just push it right into the frosting. If you had fake strawberries, fake lemon slices, limes, you could use anything like that. I wish I had more, and I wish I had spaced them differently now that I look at it, but it's cute. I'm gonna let this dry. We're going to gloss it so it's nice and shiny, and it's gonna be totally done. How amazing is that? Thank you so much for joining me. I know today was a little bit more instructional and less conversational compared to our usual hangouts. I don't know why I snapped. I'm fine. Thank you for building cake mirrors with me. Stay tuned for more information about my space, my new space. I want you guys to know all about it because it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I am Cake Dad on TikTok because I am Cake Dad. Get used to it. Now go to your room. Just kidding. Bye.